Do you love bunnies, kittens, and puppies? They're cute, right? It's easy to see why these are the world's cutest animals. But which animal is the ugliest in the world? We needed to know, so we found out, and the results is, well, shocking. Meet the world's ugliest animal. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as well as turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss any more updates from us. So, what is the world's ugliest animal? We did our research, and the animal we found definitely fell out of the ugly tree and hit every single branch on the way down. But before we get to know what the ugliest one is, we're going to tell you which animals are slightly less ugly. Here goes 9 less ugly animals, followed by our winner at the end. Number 10, the Proboscis Monkey. The Proboscis Monkey is a primate that looks like it has, well, male private parts for a nose. What makes it sound worse is that a group of them is called a harem. The monkey is nothing more than a whole lot of nose. This long-nosed monkey is found on the southeast island of Borneo. The most unique feature of the monkey is its protruding nose. Its obtuse nose makes this rare living thing easily identifiable. Interestingly enough, these monkeys are born with a blue face and a small nose. The face color changes and the nose becomes bigger, making them look the way that they do by adulthood. These unusual-looking primates end up surviving mainly on leaves, seeds, and raw fruits, but they do sometimes eat insects as well. For more than 40 years, Proboscis monkeys' populations have been dropping. They're presently protected and listed among the endangered species list. Number 9, the Warthog. Pumbaa might be cute in the cartoon, but that was because he was an animated drawing. In real life, the Warthog is less cute, with a pair of awkward protruding tusks and sparse spiky hair all over its body. It is a type of pig which we honestly think is one of the ugliest animals that one could ever find. The Warthog has a broad flat head and toughened snout. They're mostly bald, but they do have some thin hair and thicker curls on their backs. When warthog males clash, they smash together head to head in a display which would make you reach for your headache tablets. They mainly eat plants and grass and use their snout to dig around in roots, which often have them looking uglier with all the dirt on their face. They're extremely fast when they feel threatened and can reach speeds of up to 48 kilometers an hour. They can live long without water in dry weather. When water is available, they cool themselves down in the mud. Number 8, the Chinese Crested Dog. This dog looks like it was shaved by the worst dog parlor in the world. This animal only has hair on its head, legs, and tail. The hair it does have is long as well, making the dog look even uglier. The Chinese Crested Dog commonly measures less than 33 centimeters in height, and basically looks like a dog toy built with not enough fur. These dogs can read human moods and are notorious for staying in bed for hours without even moving a muscle. They tend to be indoor dogs with no wish to go for a walk, but they are vigorous enough to jump unexpectedly tall barriers in constant complete readiness. In the world's ugliest dog contest, a female Chinese Crested Dog won the title in 2009 at the Soma Marin Fair in Petaluma, California. In that same year, she also won Animal Planet's contest of the world's ugliest dog. Number 7, the turkey vulture. Vultures are ugly, and turkeys even more so. Imagine a bird that looks like a turkey and a vulture, and you basically have our 7th place spot. These birds have naked red heads with a sparse covering of black hair on it, while the rest of their bodies are covered in feathers. Vultures generally are associated with a lot of bad qualities, including greed, cruelty, and treachery. I hate to disappoint you, but vultures are apparently very friendly and sociable animals, so the negative stereotype is completely wrong. It's among the ugliest animals on our planet, as those pop-out eyes, have basically bald heads, and wrinkled neck is enough to make you recoil. These birds use their sharp sense of smell to find fresh carcasses. They even look uglier when they're feeding because their heads are covered in blood. Number 6, the Starnosed Mole Rat. Of course, with all moles, what you get as your attention is its lack of eyes. Then, the star-nosed mole has these tentacles around its mouth as well, which are the stuff that horror movies are made of. It's one of the first mammals proven to be able to smell underwater due to its tentacles, which are sensory organs. These tentacles remind us of small snakes or worms attached to its face. It's a small mole with bizarre appearance. It's covered with thick, blackish-brown fur and has 12 tentacles around its nose. Along with that, it has 25,000 sensors in its tentacles. The weird-looking animal also holds the title of the world's fastest eater. It's the only mole species that lives in swamps and marshes. The star-nosed moles are indeed a unique species, but that does not make them any less ugly. They're definitely not cute animals. Number 5, the eye. The eye looks like a creepy kind of bat without wings that died and was brought back to life. These small animals have large ears, and their yellow eyes appear large in proportion to their bodies. Their claws make them look creepy as all get out. These animals only come out at night, and one can only find them on the island of Madagascar. They hunt by tapping on tree trunks and are not politely knocking to see who's home, but instead, they're looking for hollow cavities with possible insects inside. Imagine opening your door to an animal that looks this creepy. The eye's ugly characteristics may be useful to the animal though, but they've also caused confusion. The animal's rat-like teeth and squirrel-like tail has led many scientists to first assume that it was a rodent, but these animals are actually primates, which means that they're basically rat bat monkeys. By the way, that's not an official term. Number 4, the monkfish. Yes, the monkfish is really ugly. It comes close to being the winner on this list, but we're not there yet. The combination of standout eyes with a very wide mouth filled with sharp teeth and the fact that this fish eats its prey whole all work together to make one ugly guy. This fish is also quite large, with length averaging 1 meter. For a long time, people didn't even think of eating it because of its weird facial features, but chefs realized that its appearance doesn't matter as long as it tastes good. Its flesh is white and tender, and it has no excess bones. It is recommended to prepare its meat with herbs such as cumin and coriander. Normally, this little guy can be found in the habitats off the coast of the Atlantic, so if you want to find ugly, there you go. Number 3, the horseshoe bat. Bats in general are just creepy, but the horseshoe bat takes the biggest prize as the ugliest bat alive, or maybe dead for that matter. It's also rumored to be the bat that gave us the source of 2020, the cause of the global health situation, but that's not yet been proven. The horseshoe bat gets its name from the horseshoe-shaped leaf-like structure which is protruding from its nose. Then, of course, you have the oversized ears, the spiny, fleshy wings, and that ends up making people recoil at the very thought of these animals. Their sharp teeth don't do anything to dispel the creepiness. They hunt at night and typically fly about 6 meters above ground, just close enough to hear, and hopefully they don't fly into your hair. That would freak anybody out. Bats have a bad reputation thanks to Hollywood. One little known fact is that certain bats actually make great pets. I'm not even joking. Number 2, Redlipped Batfish. This fish lives in the vicinity of Peru and the Galapagos Islands. They look like they're wearing bright colored lipstick, which apparently helps to attract mates that are just as ugly. Because of the supremely red lips, they draw attention to their mouths, and with turned down mouth corners, they look like a stern nanny. They also kind of resemble a flying saucer in shape when seen from certain angles. The maximum length of these guys is about 40 centimeters. Divers can sometimes find this fish at depths greater than 100 feet, but that's rare. They're also known as deep-sea battlefishes. They are terrible swimmers, preferring to crawl about on the seafloor, which makes them even weirder. These kinds of fish look like they deserve a kiss because of the red lips, but the rest, well, that's straight out of a book called Ugly as Hell. Lastly, number 1, the blobfish. The word blobfish should have been a dead giveaway, but this animal resembles a swimming puddle with eyes. They look like they've got jelly-like textured skin, and their large black eyes and hawk-like nose make them ugly as all get out. The first time you see them, you kind of wonder if maybe Mother Nature got this one wrong. The fish lives in the deep waters of the South Pacific, and the blobfish is rarely encountered by humans, which is why we don't know much about what it is and adds to the mystery. The blobfish looks scully and bad-tempered, and is actually the official mascot of the Ugly Animal Preservation Society. This ended up giving the fish the unofficial title of Ugliest Animal in the World. See, it's not just us. Mr. Blobfish was voted the world's ugliest animal in a campaign run by the Ugly Animal Preservation Society to be able to decide its new mascot. This fish is also now a champion for all the endangered and aesthetically challenged animals. Good for you, Mr. Blobfish. Good on you. Ugly, but with a purpose. So, that concludes today's video. I think that probably should be enough nightmare fuel for you guys today. We've got many cool other vids coming out, so be sure to check back as soon as the bell icon alerts you.